It's your girl Queen Dee Dee with Dee Dee Said It, bringing you a story. I don't know what jackass this is. However, 911 call reporting a mother beating a child. 11 days later, 2-year-old found dead. Let's listen into this story. It's 8 minutes and 20 seconds long. I'm gonna try to be as ladylike as I can.
Spoke up for a voice that could not be heard. And look at where we are.
A 2-year-old voice that cannot be heard after police find his body in a dumpster. His parents now charged with his murder. Thanks for joining us here at 6 o'clock. I'm Denise Valdez.
I'm Brian Loftus. It is a case our 8 News Now investigators reported first. Now they're digging into possible missed opportunities to help.
8 News Now investigator David Charnes with the video you have not seen, and also asking the question, did 2-year-old Jacoby Robinson Jr. have to die?
Say hi, Jacoby. Say hi. Say hi, Jacoby.
These are the memories Gracie Martin wants to remember. Memories of joy and happiness. Memories of her grandson, Jacoby Robinson Jr., before police found his body in a dumpster.
Only an animal would discard their own child the way that he was discarded.
A Las Vegas City marshal finding the boy there after his mother, Deja Smith, reported him missing. Hours later, police would arrest Smith and Martin's son, Jacoby Robinson Sr., for the boy's death. A death detectives believe happened after weeks of abuse.
I kiss him every morning and every night. And tell him that I love him.
Now, as her son and his girlfriend await trial from jail, this is all Gracie Martin has left.
I just don't want him to be alone.
An urn filled with Jacoby's ashes.
No other child that's in CPS care or anybody else care deserved to be in an urn or to be buried.
Police suspect Smith beat Jacoby and his younger brother in the weeks before Jacoby's death. On June 6th, detectives say this video shows Smith leaving the apartment she and her children shared. She's pushing a stroller before she calls 911 to report Jacoby missing. In the back of the stroller, police believe Jacoby's body is laying lifeless because they believe he's already dead. Minutes later, another camera catches Smith pushing the stroller toward a dumpster. Then, the sound of metal hitting metal. Smith walks back into frame with 2 children, not 3. In all, Martin says her son and Smith have 5 children together. 2 children born before Jacoby now live in Texas.
It's just been history and just years of abuse that CPS, whether it was in Texas, Nevada, Oklahoma, known that she has been known to abuse her kids because she got them taken before.
Clark County Family Services declined to comment on that history. This case and Jacoby's death, all citing state law. The only record that is public is this child fatality report, filed with the state, matching Jacoby's date of birth and his date of death. It says the department received a report in 2022 about neglect, leading the state to remove the children, then Jacoby and his younger brother, from their mother's care. On April 1st, 2 months before Jacoby was put in the dumpster, Smith, deemed a quote appropriate caregiver, was reunited with her children. Now Jacoby, his younger brother, and a baby.
There's a lady that is feeding a baby. He has to be, if he's 2, I'm surprised.
On May 25th, 7 weeks after regaining custody of her 3 children.
And she's physically hitting the child? Yep, he fell under the stroller. He's walking on the side. He fell under the stroller.
A driver calls 911, reporting a woman, later identified as Smith, hitting Jacoby's brother while near a bus stop.
The one that she's beating the most is the one in the red t-shirt.
Video the 8 News Now investigators obtained shows Metro Police responding to that call. Deja Smith telling the officer the child, the one in the red shirt, just 22 months old, fell in the street.
My kids are beating up to you. I just got them back from foster care. Everything's fine. Is it? Yes.
I just got my kids back 2 weeks ago. Got them back from where? CPS. That would have been the thing got him back from where.
Photos the 8 News Now investigators obtained show Jacoby and his brother in foster care before they were returned to their mother's custody. They're smiling and happy. These photos show the injuries to the boy after their parents' arrests. Scratches and whip marks cover his body. Detectives call them loop marks, injuries in various stages of healing caused by a charging cord or a small extension cord.
He's fine, sir. I can promise you he's fine.
The boy, frightened and confused as a stranger looms over him, goes into his mother's arms. It's something the officer notes when he's back in his cruiser and he's talking with another officer about what to do next.
And then he went at hours too. It's gonna be a negative 424.
The notes from that call show the officer wrote no signs of 424. 424, the code for abuse or neglect.
11 days later, my grandson get dumped in a dumpster like it's nothing. They had an outlet that day. And my grandson, had to go out in the most despicable way by the hands of his own mother.
We always say, call and make a report.
Michelle Saldivar is an outreach coordinator with Prevent Child Abuse Nevada.
In cases where there is child abuse or neglect, that doesn't necessarily mean that there isn't a lack of love or care between the parent and the child.
She stresses the importance of that 911 caller, the fact that someone made the report, but she stresses the need for the work not to end there.
I'm not sure if there was follow-up done after, but that's kind of where, my mind goes to too, of like what could have been done after.
Just the phone call itself coming in saying that this child had been hit with either closed fist or open fist, either one, that was the red flag, the number one red flag being called in.
Martin questions why more wasn't done in the hours after, hours that turned into days before her grandson was allegedly murdered at his mother's hands.
I know by hating her, it's not going to bring Jacoby back. She's going to get her day that she deserves, because he got his.
Now, she's holding those memories close, holding all she has left even closer.
If he didn't mean anything to her, he meant something to me. And to do him like that and to see him in that dumpster, that's something I'd never be able to get out of my head again.
We asked both the county and police about whether anyone made a report or investigated in the days after that 911 call.
No.
We didn't receive any responses. Gracie Martin, Jacoby's grandmother, says she doesn't know if her son, Jacoby's father, was even aware of the abuse and believes the agency that gave Deja Smith custody is to blame. She also says she's going to be a grandmother again because Smith is pregnant in jail with her 6th child. I'm David Sharns, 8 News Now.
Be heard. And look at where we are.
A 2-year-old boy.
What the hell? What the hell is going on where our judicial system isn't even protecting the youth? They're not even protecting the babies. You mean to tell me this kid was taken from his mother 11 days prior? A caller calls in and specifically gives detail of this woman beating on this kid, especially in public. And for me to even see that there are even men sitting in...
Smith and Martin's son, Jacob.
There were 2 men. I don't even know if that was the dad that was sitting at the bus stop. When I look at these 2, especially this Grinch, and then this muscular pimp, how do you not see that there is a problem amongst those 2? What was the qualifications for this lady to get her children back? For 11 days later, one is found dead in a dumpster. What the hell is going on in our judicial system? It's starting to make me feel as though, and I really don't want to feel like this, but when certain races call, it's only so much policemen care about if they can't brutalize us. Because if they came up on the scene and it was adults and something happened with adults, especially a black male or a black female, they're ready to body slam them down on the ground. Why? Because they just went in a white man's store and stole something. They're ready to elbow them all through the chinny chin chin of their muscles. Why? Because they went in a white store and stole something. They're ready to tase them down on the ground and goddamn it shoot to kill. Why? Because they went in a white store and stole something. What happens when you go in a black home? I notice when they go in certain places, it's like no big deal. They take less concern and less care. How could this officer be so lackadaisy to get such an intense phone call? I don't give a damn if that baby was crying. He was supposed to get children and family on the scene, and I want to know why didn't he? I want to know why this officer didn't get children and family on the scene, number one. I also want to know why this officer didn't call for any kind of backup, number two. I also want to know why didn't this officer do some sort of wellness call at the home? I don't give a damn about the baby crying for this nappy-headed, pickaninny, old weave-wearing ass woman. The reason why the baby crying for her is because he in front of a stranger. He don't have anybody else to go to but someone that's abusing him. This not right.
Robinson Sr. for the boy's death.
And then for them dumbass jerks to say, oh, I don't know if the daddy knew what was going on. How the F did the daddy not know what was going on when these goddamn kids got bruises and all over their damn body? I mean, them ain't no damn fake ass tattoos like he got all shined up across his hair going all to the back like that with all kind of old dandruff and lint and stuff in his damn head. How did you not think? What is wrong with these officers when they come in black communities? They either come wrong or they don't come correct. I mean, make both of those make sense. You could come wrong in our black community and then you don't come correct. Like, which one y'all want from us? So now y'all intimidated and y'all know it's signs and evidence of abuse. Soon as this gorilla said, oh, I just got my kids back, everything is okay. God damn it, that should have sent up red flags. If you just got your kids back 2 weeks ago, the caller didn't say the child fell on the ground nowhere. The caller said someone was hitting and beating on the child.
Death, detectives believe happened after weeks of abuse.
I kissed him.
After weeks of abuse. I hope this lady sue them. I don't care if you only get $50,000. Don't let them give you too much because they're not going to pay you. I don't know in her state. I hope she get an attorney. Because we need to know in her state whether or not there is a such thing as grandparent rights. Because in the state of Florida, there is none. The only rights are between the mother and the dad. There's no such thing as grandparent rights.
Record that is public is this child fatality report filed with the state matching Jacoby's.
A summary of the report, abuse or neglect, and factual description of the contents. On the evening of 6/6, CCFS received a report that law enforcement responded to. A certain year-old child was made by his adult caregiver. At the time, there were certain concerns made by the child's caregiver.
Birth and his date of death. It says the department received a report in
I'm just so confused at this. Don't skip all the way to 2000 something, because you have a report right here. CCFS has the following prior CPS history for the child or member of the family or household. Here's one right here. They had a problem right there. Report of alleged neglect was received. On 5/14, on 4/1, the minor child. I'm so confused as to, and you terminated.
2022 about neglect, leading the state to remove the children, then Jacoby and his younger brother, from their mother's care. On April 1st, 2 months before Jacoby was put in the dumpster, Smith deemed a, quote, appropriate caregiver.
How did she deem appropriate caregiver? I'm trying to understand, like, what follow-up visits they did. I understand that it was 11 days later after she got her children back. But I'm not understanding, why weren't there weekly follow-ups? I can't even, honestly, it hurt me so bad inside until, honestly, I can't even really report on the story, because if I report on the story, honestly, I want to put my goddamn fist right up somebody's nostrils. Especially to protect these babies. I don't give a damn of the baby color. I don't care of the baby gender. I don't care who the baby came from. These children are innocent. And because these children are innocent, that means us as a community should make sure that they're okay. Us as a community should make sure that these babies are protected. Us as a community, you supposed to jump in and duck her goddamn eye out. Because I promise you, y'all don't know me very well. That's why I like to stay low key. That's why I'm a loner. But I'll walk up on any scene. I don't care who you are. Let me see you mistreating and abusing a child like that. I'm going to have you. And then I will politely put my hands behind my back. And I'll do it for the sake of the kid and let that kid know, if don't nobody else got you, baby, I do. Because that's how bold I am. You better ask them. This is not right. It doesn't sit well with me. I have a lot of questions for this fake ass, flaw ass police department that seems to have done nothing, all up in Las Vegas where y'all stealing people money and them goddamn slot machines anyway, and y'all can't protect the black children. Something is wrong. Now I could see where, I haven't posted this video yet. There was a white man. His kids was living in neglect in a home, nice home. His kids was living in the neglect of filth. It wasn't abuse. It wasn't anything like that. It's the house was nasty. And they took those kids away from him. But when someone called from the black community and say there is physical abuse, and this is a stranger calling on the phone while this idiot is at a bus stop, and y'all come up on the scene and do absolutely nothing, and then you got the nerve to report back, oh, the kid went to the mom? What kind of bobblehead Billy was that did that? I mean, what type of reprimand did he get for that? I hope this grandma get their ass and squeeze them so tight he couldn't even get his goddamn penis out of his pants. There's your girl, Queen Dee Dee with Dee Dee Said It. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I want to look at some of the comments here. This grandmother is also in denial. She keeps blaming the mother as if the son was not equally responsible as a father. Boom. And that's what I want to do. What do you mean? You don't know if the dad knew about it. How the hell the dad didn't know about it? You ain't see all them cornrows to the back of his head. Somebody did them damn raggedy ass infested cornrows while he was sitting there watching this idiot beat them babies. He probably was beating them too. And you want to just blame this woman? No, it went through both of them. He failed as a father. I'm so sorry, little boy. You didn't deserve this. Know that I and many others love you and always will. We'll appreciate that. This is when people come together and they'll tell you and they'll show you. It's not about a color. It's not about a color. Because if I walked up on the scene and seen it done to a white kid, Spanish kid, Chinaman kid, I don't give a damn, Ethiopian kid, Kwakakuka kid, I'm going to have somebody's ass if I see the behavior and the treatment is wrong. And again, I'm going to politely put my hands behind my back. And I expect y'all to bomb me out. Now, this is your girl, Queen Dee Dee with Dee Dee Said It. Like, share, comment, subscribe. If y'all see me, somebody drop a comment here that say the queen is gone down for whooping somebody's ass, y'all better make sure y'all get me. You hear me, Amazing? You hear me, Derek B? You hear me, Miss Donna? Y'all better make sure y'all come and get me. Limelight, get me.